Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mufsin at All Ages Geek. We are here at GDC, sitting down with Nick Petit from Bug Games. How are you doing? How's your GDC going?
Doing well. It's going great. Yeah.
So we're actually here to talk about a couple of projects. First one is the Electric State Kid Cosmo, based on the film on Netflix.
Years before the world went to war, and humans created the electric state, Kid Cosmo was a hero to two kids in Kansas.
Whoa! Kid Cosmo? No way!
Now, you can play the game at the heart of their story.
Oh man, Kid Cosmo's in trouble. I bet we'll have to find all his modules.
So, you're just fixing his ship? That's the game?
Yeah, but I bet it won't be that easy.
An anti-robot protest turned violent this afternoon.
Is that the tornado siren? What if it's a bot attack?
We're all so helpless right now.
It feels like the world is losing it. I don't want to be alone.
You're special, Chris. You can actually do something about all this.
See through the eyes of a brother and sister who would go on to change everything.
We still have some time. Should we play some more Kid Cosmo?
Sure, why not?
It's on iOS and Android for all Netflix subscribers, so you can download the game for free and then you log in with your Netflix credentials. And it's a really cool mix of narrative storytelling and retro-style gameplay. So you're traveling through this narrative of two siblings, and it's told through this fictional device called the PX1, where you play this really cool game that's based on characters in the movie. So it was a great way to kind of expand upon some of the things that they touched upon in the film and go into more detail for the fans.
So how did you guys get involved with Netflix? Because you guys done like a variety of indie projects since you guys first started. How did that end up becoming? How did that partnership form?
Sure, yeah. So we started out with an original game called Let's Revolution, and that's sort of a mashup of roguelike games and Minesweeper. It's a really cool puzzle game that we're really, really proud of.
Something stinks in B-Bomb City. The Rotten King has got to go. Heroes of B-Bomb, rise up. For a perilous journey of hide and seek. Reveal the path to catch the Craven King. Enough is enough. Let's revolution!
We self-published that, and it did help open some doors for us. So it sparked conversation with Netflix, and they had this film coming up. We were very fortunate to be able to pitch them on an idea we had of creating this narrative that also had this mix of retro gameplay. And in the pitch, we were actually able to do some really cool technology, which I'm very proud of, where as you move your phone, it actually changes the lighting on the handheld device. So it kind of further connects you to the physicality of the device and kind of engages you in the story a whole lot more. It's really neat. And so yeah, they liked that, and they greenlit the project, and we were very fortunate to work on it. So we started a little more than a year ago, and it was a very whirlwind journey of creating a game in a year, but we did it, and we're super proud of the result.
Yeah, because it's totally different from Let's Revolution, because I actually got to play that game when it came out, and it's a totally different experience. And then, you know, like jumping from console to mobile, like that's kind of like a literal jump into a different platform. How was that change for you guys? Was that a challenge for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime you're going to a different platform or creating a different type of game, it certainly does create all sorts of challenges. I mean, when I think about making games, I'm always thinking about, like, okay, what is going to be the difficult thing about this particular game? And sometimes, it's really kind of just very golden path, but usually that's not the case. So in this game, creating all of the narrative beats and making sure that all flowed, recording all of the dialogue, getting that all into the game, and making it feel like one continuous experience was really probably the greatest challenge. And then, of course, when you're doing console, something that's actually really nice is you're just targeting a few pieces of hardware and one aspect ratio of, a television, right? Whereas on mobile, there's thousands of devices that this game can run on, and lots of different aspect ratios and ways that people can play. So it had to be QA'd very heavily, and that really helped refine a lot of the bugs and rough edges. So it's great, though, because the thing that is releasing today, I feel like, is as bug-free as we could have possibly made it. I mean, it runs great on just so many different devices. And you can also play on tablet, which is really cool. So you can play on, iOS, Android, but on phone or on tablets. We actually have it on a couple of foldables as well, which was also a neat challenge. So yeah, no, it definitely was a big jump going from consoles to mobile.
Yeah, because you got like all these other phones, like from different companies. You got Samsung, and then you also have like those big tablets as well. So you got a variety of ways just to play these mobile games. So I think it's pretty neat that you guys got to get to work on that, especially for an IP. For Netflix especially, I feel like that's like kind of puts you up there.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say it. We were very excited to be able to work on something that's attached to such a big film. It was definitely a really big project for us and a big step up. So it was exciting to kind of weave different elements of the original source material and the book together into one cohesive experience. And it was also, a challenge at the beginning to figure out, how does this translate into a game? I mean, what would the game even be? So we really drew upon the IP and the story to figure out, okay, what kinds of games would exist in this world. And so that's kind of where we came up with the game within a game concept, because the narrative takes place in this alternate history 1990s, and so we got to play with that and figure out, well, what types of fictional devices could we create that fit the model of that world, and then what games would be on those devices. So that allowed us to create something that was well suited for touch screens, because we could kind of have this dual screen experience where there's a touch screen at the bottom that the player could interact with, and then the game up at the top. It worked out really well.
I kind of want to go back to when you guys were working on Let's Revolution, because that was also a pretty unique concept in itself because it's a puzzle, but it's also has like these RPG elements, which I feel like you would never imagine it to be such a perfect combo, but it actually works. I tried it myself, and it really does. I guess kind of revolutionizes that type of game, for lack of a better term.
Sure, yeah. I mean, we thought long and hard about the design of that game, and we tried a lot of other different concepts, a lot of other different explorations of what Let's Revolution could be, and ultimately we are really happy with what we landed on. Everyone that plays the game seems to really enjoy it, and it is a very unique blend of puzzle mechanics and Minesweeper, and you mentioned RPG elements. We call it a whiff of narrative, where we want to sort of gesture at a larger world and create these characters that people can engage with. And we're very fortunate to be working at Buck, where we have so many talented designers and animators and people that really know how to deliver on character. And it's I can say with honesty, it's one of the few games that I've worked on that I still enjoy playing. Usually by the time you get to the end of a game that you've worked on, you've played it so much that you're kind of sick of it. But it's still really satisfying to play, especially because it's procedurally generated. So every time you play, it's a little bit different.
Yeah. What was your feelings towards when the game first launched, and now that it's kind of out there and people are getting to play it? How do you feel now as opposed to during the first day it came out?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we did a PC launch first, and then we brought it to consoles after that. So we did already have a pretty good feel of what the response was going to be like, because we did get such positive feedback from people on Steam. But it's been so great to see the response on console. I have a good friend that actually got the Platinum Trophy on PlayStation, and has something like 60 or 70 hours in the game, and so that's what I mean when I say the people that play it and really get it seem to really engage with it, and that's so great to see, because I do the engineering. I only do a little bit of the game design, but so I kind of get to enjoy the game in the same way as a lot of players do, and I'm really thrilled with what the team came up with. It's just it's again one of the games that I still like playing today.
So for anyone who's looking into game development, if it's their first time, what kind of advice would you give to them, if they're starting out?
I always ask myself this question, because I always wonder, what would I tell myself if I could go back and, give myself advice. And basically, it's really hard. You really have to have a lot of tenacity and grit and perseverance. And there's just going to be a lot of times that you might work really hard on something. You might work on something for multiple years, and maybe you don't get the marketing right, or maybe it's not the right fit, or whatever it is, and you release the game and nobody cares. That is a reality that I think has happened to every game developer, and so you can't let that discourage you, though. It really is an industry where you have to just keep going. And folks that have had multiple hits, I mean, sometimes they'll release a thing that is just a dud, and it's just it just does not land with its audience or whatever it is. So I think that would be the thing that I would say, if I had to sum it up in one word, is perseverance. It's just, you really have to enjoy the journey of making the game, because sometimes the end result or the launch day isn't going to go the way you think.
One last thing I want to ask you. We tell this to a lot of creatives. If they can describe their game in a few words, what would it be? We'll start off with Kid Cosmo.
I would say retro and magic. It really just, I think the team did such a great job delivering on just the magic of the retro experience. There's all these like physical elements to the PX1 device that's in the game that really connect you to the story. It's super, super cool. Like I said, when you tilt your phone, the lighting changes. There's a part where you have to cover up the speaker and it gets muffled. It's a super physical feeling thing. And so, I would say retro magic. This maybe
Retro magic.
Yeah.
All right.
I would sum it up.
And how about for Let's Revolution?
Oh, Let's Revolution is just I don't know. It's thinky puzzle fun, but it's kind of wrapped in this amazing package of design and animation. I mean, when I first saw some of the things that the animators were coming up with, I was blown away. I was like, oh, well, okay, we like as on the engineering side and the game design side, I was like, wow, we better meet the amazing things that these folks are creating. It was super exciting.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you. If you want to maybe share with our audience how they can find more about what you guys are working on, or just to find out where they can, try out either Kid Cosmo or Let's Revolution.
Sure, yeah. So Let's Revolution is on all the consoles and on Steam. You can check it out at letsrevolution.com. And Kid Cosmo is on the iOS and Android app stores, and so you can check it out there. And we are at buckgames.co and play Buck Games on Instagram. So yeah, you can check out all of our stuff there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nick. And hope you guys get a chance to check out all their stuff at Buck Games. And hope you guys tune into our next video. Talk soon.